Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Right. So, because the recording. Now, one more part, one question for each student. Okay, Sophie,
Yes.
let's talk about teenagers. What activities do teenagers in your country like to do? What activities do teenagers in your country like to do?
Well, teenager they like to hang out with friends, uh, have outdoor activity.
Hmm.
For example, going go um, go 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 shopping. Enjoyed watching cinema with friends. When I was young, I also like go out with friends. That have me connected and feel that have me feel connected and
Hmm.
that
Okay,
um,
wonderful. Great. So, and do you know any teenagers? Do you know any teenagers? Do you talk to teenagers?
for teenagers is my nephew.
Mhm. Your
Uh,
nephews are teenagers, okay?
yes, my nephew is the teenagers. Um, but I just met them when I for on the holiday when I go back my go to my families on the like family gatherings. We
Hmm.
usually come and also chatting and talk many things about learning, and um, they share their learning and some uh,
Hmm. Okay,
like
great.
that.
All right. Next, what is the best part of being a teenager, in your opinion? What is the best part of being a teenager? How do you think?
Um, I let me think. I think the best part of the best part is when I um, when I moved to the city for high school.
Hmm.
I can live more independent, not be controlled by my parents,
Hmm.
and I can do anything I want. Um, Sometimes um,
So then, do you think it
besides,
is good? Do you think it is good to be a teenager? Sophie, do you
yes,
think it is good to be a teenager?
yes, I think it's very great time to be a teenager. Uh, Even though that time is um, I'm not mature enough for thinking
Hmm.
like anything I did the wrong, but it's still a memorable moment for me.
Memorable time for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for such detailed answers. Daisy, with you, let's talk about sleep. When do you usually
Mm.
go to bed? When do you usually go to bed?
I often go to bed at around 11 p.m.
Hmm.
Um, yes, in the past, when I take care of my children, um, I I usually uh, sleeping. I usually go to bed late.
Hmm.
Um, so now I can't go to bed early.
You can't go to bed early.
Yes.
Okay. I see. Well, what a pity. All right. And Well, is it necessary to sleep enough? Is it necessary to sleep enough?
Um, yes, yes, it is. I think sleeping enough is very um
You can
I
say
can't really
essentially. It's very essential, for example.
essential. For
Mhm.
example, um, go to bed early or uh, get up get up late. When
Wait,
you
wait, wait, wait.
yeah
Go to bed early, get up late. I didn't
or
understand it.
or
Sophie is helping, like, it's important for concentration, for focus, right? For being productive the next day. For example, Daisy, how many hours did you sleep last night? How many hours did
yes.
you sleep last night? Hmm?
I sleep around
I slept, or I
I
was
slept
sleeping.
yes.
Mhm.
I slept
Oh,
around 7 hour.
for around 7 hours. Okay. And
Yes,
how do you think? Is it enough for you to sleep for 7 hours? Is it
yes,
enough for you to sleep for 7 hours? Or it isn't? Is it enough? Or it isn't enough to sleep for 7 hours?
is it enough for me?
It is enough. Okay, you feel
Yes.
energized, right? You feel productive and focused. Thank you. Hello, Miss Nguyen. Can you hear me? Miss Nguyen? Miss Nguyen. Okay, sorry. Miss Nguyen, can you hear me? Your mic is open, but you can't you can't speak, and you don't know what the problem is, right? And you already tried to connect and disconnect, and it didn't help. Look, I can see that you are wearing your headphones. Maybe you can try to use your computer's mic, not your headphones mic, because I see that your headphones do not have a mic. Maybe this is the reason why we cannot hear you. If you use your computer's mic,
Tiên bỏ cái tai phone ra thử.
so I think it might help. You can't hear anything either. Okay, so your headphones, try to disconnect your headphones. Take them off.
Okay. Okay. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
I can hear you
Okay.
now. Can you hear me?
I have just fixed it.
Okay, now it's fine.
Um,
How did you solve the problem? How did you solve the problem? What did you do?
I click on the icon of the sound speaker, and
Mm-hmm.
then I
You
choose
changed the output. Yes,
change.
that's what I thought,
Okay.
right? Because
Uh,
when you connect your headphones to your computer, it doesn't automatically change the output. It still uses like your computer, not your headphones. Okay, nice to see you, Ms. Luyan. We're now warming up by answering part one questions. So let's talk about gifts with you. Do you often give gifts to people?
yes, I often give presents for people whenever I I want to um res I want to express my respect for them, or when there is a uh, um, memorable occasion of
Mm-hmm.
them.
Mhm.
like birthday or wedding day or
Mhm.
celebration of something. Yeah, and that
Okay.
is the way
And
I
how often do you receive gifts? How often do you receive gifts from others?
not not really often because
Hmm.
I yes because not much people know my birthday or it's actually I'm an introvert person,
Hmm.
so I don't have many um, I don't know mỗi các chị ơi trợ giúp em từ mối quan hệ là gì tự nhiên em quên mất. I don't have many
Friends.
Relationship.
okay relationship.
Mhm.
I don't have many relationship
Can be a
outside,
bit confusing
so
if you say relationships. Well,
mm,
not many people have many relationships at the same time, so it's normal.
yeah.
Better
No,
friends.
uh, I mean not a love relationship.
Yeah, I understand just that for some,
Yeah,
most of the time we use the word relationship when we don't specify relationship with people for romantic relationship. So it's better to say friends. I don't have many friends, right? I
yes.
don't have many close friends to receive gifts
Me
from,
too.
for example.
Me too.
Okay. So you mainly
Yes,
receive gifts from your family, right?
yes. From my children,
From your children.
my little
Okay. What was
children,
the last gift you
my
received?
sister.
Hmm.
I received a picture uh, drawn by my little children, my little child. She is 7 years old, and that is a picture for me when uh, in my birthday occasion.
Hmm. So she
Yes,
drew a picture for you for your birthday. A
yes.
beautiful present, isn't it? Okay. And why do people send gifts? Why do people send gifts? Why do people give gifts in general?
I think maybe they want to show their respect of someone, or um, in some case they want um, to to they want to ask them to have something.
Hmm.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's they
To
the
show
way
that they
they
appreciate, right? Other people.
appreciate. Yes, show
Hmm.
they appreciate.
And do you yourself like giving gifts to others?
Of course,
Hmm.
I love receiving gift from others
Hmm.
because it make my mood feel better.
Hmm.
Or I
Let's say
think
it
that is
boosts
the
my
way
mood. It boosts my
boost
mood.
my mood,
It
boost
boosts
my
my
mood.
mood. Okay, it boosts your
Yes.
mood. But the question was, do you like giving gifts? Giving.
What do you like
Do you
giving?
like giving gifts? Do you like to present
Yes, of
someone with
course.
something like a gift?
Yes, I love getting gift. I love getting present. Maybe it's just a small gift for someone, or just a little mm, little thing in grocery.
Hmm.
When I see something cute, or
Hmm.
I will I will think about another person that's suitable with it, and I bought it for them, not just in any occasion, just
Hmm.
just because I like it and I think it's suitable for them.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Wonderful. Thank you for your answers. Well done. Now, let's talk about question types. You probably remember that once we already discussed importance questions. We learned a few structures about being a top priority, essential, vital, great importance, etc. Today, we'll talk about frequency questions. Another very common question type, mainly in part one. We rarely see frequency questions in part three, but still, they sometimes appear in part three as well. And the most important thing is not to use simple words that are used in the question. For example, do you often send gifts? And they say, not often, not really often, right? Use good words, good vocabulary to paraphrase adverbs of frequency. So now I want you to spend 2 minutes to look at these words. Look at those of them you know and that you don't know. Maybe take notes, write them down, right? I need to go to the bathroom, and after I come back, we will, well, answer questions by using these words instead of like sometimes, usually, right, and answer a lot of frequency questions from the real forecast. I'll be back like in a minute, and you write down the new words on the screen. Okay, so one of the best expressions on this slide is once in a blue moon, to say that something happens rarely. But this isn't the most important thing. Most students, when they hear a question about frequency, well, just say how often they do something. For example, Ms. Luyan, my question about receiving and giving gifts. How often do you receive gifts? Not really often. I don't really have many friends. This is a dead end. You can't really develop this answer, right? You can give one simple reason, but that's all. And it's not really well developed. Frequency questions can be developed in a very interesting way. And you can really increase your score in the test if you use it. You can compare. You can compare how often things happen now and how often they used to happen in the past, or how often you want them to happen in the future. So you basically have got 3 dimensions: now, past, and future. Most of the time you are asked about present, about now. Sometimes you're asked about the past. How often did you go to the library as a child? But it doesn't mean that you can't develop your answer by comparing, by talking about other periods of time. Let me give you an example, okay? Take a look. For example, do you usually buy jewelry, like earrings, necklaces, bracelets, some expensive beauty things, right? So, well, unfortunately, it now only happens once in a blue moon since I'm on a tight budget. Not enough money. However, I wish I could do it more frequently in the future, since I love wearing beautiful accessories. So I didn't just give a reason why I don't wear jewelries, why I don't buy them very often. I could say, no, not really often because I don't have money, right? I didn't say that. I said that unfortunately it happens once in a blue moon. I used a good expression. I gave a reason why it now happens rarely, once in a blue moon. Then I used contrast, however, but to compare the situation now and in the future. However, I wish I could do it more frequently in the future. And I explained why I want to do it more frequently. I said that I enjoy wearing beautiful accessories, right? So this is a standard, the golden standard for a well-developed answer. You don't just give a reason, you give reasons and compare, okay? If you ask how often, you don't just say often or not often or sometimes or always, never. No, you compare different periods of time. So not often because you don't like, well, maybe you would like it to happen even more rarely in the future. Or if you like, maybe you want it to happen more often. Maybe in the past, you used to do it all the time, constantly, at all times, right? But now the situation is different for many reasons. You're different people, you have families, you're busy, right? You have other interests, whatever, right? Just please, the problem most students have, the mistake they make, is that they leave such simple questions underdeveloped, as Ms. Luyen did when I asked her about giving gifts, about receiving gifts, right? Not really, don't have many friends. So this is the point. Now, I will be asking you all these questions from this slide, on this slide. And also, of course, I will slide back and give you to use these words. Never use often, rarely, sometimes, usually now. Use their synonyms instead, okay? To answer the questions. So, ready? Let's try, Sophie. Let's start with you. Do you often ride a bike now?
Well, right. I don't ride the bike frequently because I'm work at home. So how, uh,
Let's work on
how,
your
how
answer now. Let's work at the beginning of your answer before you continue. You repeated the question. The question is very simple. Ride a bike, right? And you say, I don't ride a bike. What's the problem?
I
Vocabulary.
not really,
Mhm.
not very frequently nowadays.
Do it or cycle, right? I don't frequently go cycling. I don't often cycle. Sorry, not often. I don't cycle on many occasions. I don't frequently cycle in my daily life, right? Okay, now develop.
Um, because I don't have I I work at home. I don't
Mhm.
have to go to work.
Which
However,
means, connector, I work at home, which means I don't have to go to work. I don't have to travel to my office. Let's use a
uh,
connector between two
I
sentences.
work at home, which means I
Mhm.
uh, don't have to go to work.
Okay,
Um,
now compare. Past. Let's
however,
get back to the past. Mhm.
however, I used to do cycling. Uh,
I used to do it. Let's say I used to
I, I,
do it.
I, I used to do it in the past since
Wait, how often?
I
Say how often you used to do it, for example. I used to do it every now and again, or I used to do it occasionally. I used to do it as a rule. Let's use an adverb of frequency.
I used to do it typically.
Typically, not
And
typically, typically, typically.
I used to do it typically.
I used to do it quite typically.
Then I go to work, going out, go traveling,
hmm
and enjoy the outside activity.
hmm Okay, great. Now the answer is developed. The only thing left is to make it fluent, right? Let me summarize what we just
Okay.
said. hmm well, to be honest, I don't frequently do it these days because I work from home, which means I don't really need to travel to my office. However, I used to cycle on many occasions as a child. It was a way to entertain myself and just have fun with my friends. So basically, just the same, but more fluent, right? So this is how you're supposed to build your answers if you're asked about frequency, right? Two synonyms of adverbs of frequency. So instead of saying often, not often, and sometimes, usually, we use a synonym from the list. I used to. It's a wonderful grammar structure for past simple, right? It brings you a lot of grammar points and increases your grammar range. You use however, it's a great connector. It boosts your coherence score, right? And you demonstrate a great range of vocabulary by showing that you are able to paraphrase a simple examiner's question. You don't say ride a bike, you say do it, and you say cycling. It's perfect. This is exactly what you need for 7.0 or maybe for 7.5 even. Thank you, Sophie. Now, Daisy, your turn.
Yes.
So, how often do you go online? The last question on the slide. How
Yes.
often do you go online?
I typically um I typically online online because
Typically online or typically go online, typically do it, use the internet, search the web.
I typically use the internet, search the
Mhm.
web, because I can um, connect with my course, my my course. Cái gì khóa học tự nhiên quên không biết.
Language, you mean language course?
But yeah, yes, language course. And I can connecting with my friends and my family.
Mhm.
Uh,
Now,
um,
how about the past?
yes,
Hmm?
the past.
When you were a child, for example. However, when I was a child, it normally
Uh,
happened once in a blue moon because we didn't have the access to the internet at home. And to search the web, we had to go to the library, or to the
yeah,
computers room in our school. Comparison, don't forget, you compare. So, however,
yeah. However, in the past, when I was a child, I one is a blue moon. One is a blue moon. Use the internet because my home not use the internet.
let's say, there was no internet.
There was no internet. So I have went to the library.
Okay. All right. Great. Wonderful. Thank you. Now, Ms. Luyan, your turn. Do you often go to the library?
I rarely, I, I seldom go to library in the past because in my hometown there is no library for everyone. But when I go to the when I went to the when I'm in the university, I there is a big library for a student in as school. So I usually use it every week on Mondays. And nowadays, although I am although there is no library and uh, and now I just use online library to read book for my children or my for my learning course
Okay.
all the time.
All right. So one more time, the structure. So I seldom, if ever, do it right now since there is no library in my hometown. However,
However, I
as a child, I used to do it at all times since I had to study, right? I used to do it at all times since I had to study, for example. Therefore, we have now, we have past, we have contrast between now and the past, right? We use connectors like however, and we use good grammar like I used to, right? Okay, wonderful. Sophie, again, do you always bring a lot of keys with you? Do you always bring a lot of keys with you?
Not really. Not. I I think it is to I seldom how to say to prevent the losing the important keys. I just bring someone I need, not bring all the keys.
Okay. Yes, please.
However, on many occasions, I used to do it not reasonably. I think easy just we just bring the one I need.
I'm afraid the connection isn't very good. So again, you always bring a lot of keys with you. One more time. The first part. What do you want to say in the first part?
First part is I don't want to bring a lot of keys
Yeah, but
because
look,
it's not useful.
So look, we don't use bring a lot of keys. We paraphrase, and then we say, therefore, rarely. Okay? It happens, we say,
I
it happens. Let's paraphrase entirely. It happens only once in a blue moon. Repeat. It
uh,
happens
it happened. It happened once in a blue moon
because I believe it is useless.
because I believe it's useless.
Okay, now
And
contrast. However,
however, on the many cases, uh, like on many cases, I have to bring
I used to do it frequently when I worked in an office, for example.
I I used to do it frequently when I work in the office because I need many key for motorbike for office. Other.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great, wonderful. Now, Daisy, question for you again.
Yes.
So, what do you usually do on weekends? What do you usually do on weekends?
Um, in the weekend, I I
Well, let's
I
get started.
normally go out with my children. Um,
Mhm.
we go out the playgrounds. Watching movie.
Mhm.
However, in the past, I at all time sleeping when I haven't children
Mhm.
because
I
I
used to sleep, let's say, I used to sleep at all times because I had young children, or because
I
my children were young.
um because I when I alone when I'm
Mhm.
alone. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, all right, great. Thank you. Now, is it Miss Luyan? Last one for you. Do you often wear jewelry? Do you often wear jewelry?
I I I wear I wear it one is a blue moon uh because I don't have many occasions to wear jewelry. Uh, in the past, however, nowadays
Mhm.
when I love buying jewelry uh to dress up. Oh, no, to I love buying jewelry um as a hobby. Whenever I save much money, I will buy some. Uh,
Yes, probably disconnected, right?
Whenever I have money, save I have savings. Whenever I have money, I will buy jewelry as
as
a
a
reward for myself.
Please mute one of your accounts.
Sorry, because my internet is not stable, so I have to use.
No problem. Just when you use two accounts, mute one of them, not to avoid echo.
Yes.
So one more time, do you often wear jewelry?
It's in the past, I wear jewelry once in a blue moon. However, I train myself at present because I want to dress up every day and make up every day to make a better version for myself. So I buy many kind of jewelry whenever I have a chance to, or I have a chance, or whenever I have money. Yes, and now buying jewelry, that is one of my hobby. I wish I could have more chance, more.
I wish I had a chance. I wish I had a chance to do it more frequently, or I wish I had a chance to do it on many occasions.
Okay. I wish I have more chance to do it.
Not more, just a chance. Or I wish I had a chance to do it
more frequently.
More frequently, or on more occasions. I wish I had a chance to do it on many occasions. I wish I had a chance to do it on many occasions. All right. Okay. Great. Wonderful. Thanks. Had a chance to do it on many occasions. Well done. So enough about frequency. So now let's move on to part 3 entirely and practice part 3 questions. I'd like to talk now with you about shopping. Everyone, let's talk about shopping and argument. Actually, these are the two topics I'd like to discuss. They're right at the end of your ebooks. So if you need to have some vocabulary help tips, open page 37 of your ebooks. And Sophie, I'm going to ask you first, if you don't mind. So what are the advantages of online shopping?
Well, I think it's offered clear benefits like it's convenient and self-harm, and it allows people to compare price or to any to different to many products from different shops easily. However, it also has disadvantages because customer cannot see or try it in person, which can lead to a poor quality or wrong size.
Wrong size. Okay, all right. And
in addition,
okay.
in addition, some people can be tricked by fake comments or the dishonest seller. So I think it's important to have careful judgment when shopping online.
Okay, the risk of scam, damaged items, and delayed delivery is also there. Okay, thank you. Now, Daisy? Which one do you prefer, online shopping or traditional shopping in a store? Which one do you prefer?
Um, it depends on nhu cầu là gì Uyên? Nhu cầu của mình đi.
Demand chị.
Demand.
Demand.
Damaged. Damaged.
Damage.
Damaged.
Damage.
Mhm.
It depends on my demand.
No, okay, on your demand.
Demand.
Let's say,
Demand.
okay, on what I want. But yeah, but basically the question is, which one do you want more often? Which one do you prefer? What I need to buy,
Yes.
you mean? It depends on what you need to buy? Because demand, in terms, speaking of shopping, demand means a bit different thing, right? Demand is like the overall desire of people to buy a particular item, product. So we can't say it depends on my demand.
Okay.
So again, which
Prefer.
one do you prefer? A traditional one or online shopping?
In the past, I preferred shopping.
I used to.
I used to. In the past, I used to traditional shopping.
I used to go.
I used to go. I used to go traditional shopping because it's a convenience and
It was convenient.
it was convenient and supermarket near my home. Now,
Besides, there was a supermarket near my house. Say,
yes.
besides.
Besides supermarkets near my house. Um, However, now I am busy. I prefer use the shopping online because it's a convenient and I can buy everything. Everything. Um, gì nhỉ? And and it's very cheaper.
Relatively cheap.
Yeah.
And it is relatively cheap. Okay. Great. It is relatively cheap. Fine, thank you. Now, Ms. Luyan. How can online stores improve their service to avoid problems? How can online stores improve their service to avoid problems?
In my opinion, it can improve the advice by providing accuracy product description and clear photos. In marketing aspect, fast and reliable delivery is also important, as well as an easy return or refund policy.
Return policy, okay. Refund policy are important. Good customer service can help too, right?
Good customer service can help solve problems quickly and make customers feel more confident when shopping online.
Agreed. Thank you. Sophie, how do you think? Sorry, Ms. Luyan, you haven't finished yet?
Đi học rồi.
Okay, Ms. Luyan, you finished the answer? Or you
Yes,
didn't?
I
Okay,
finished.
great, thank you. Sophie? Which kind of shopping do you think is more popular in Vietnam now? Online shopping or traditional shopping?
I think in many places online shopping is prefer has become a preferred choice because it save time and offer great convenience.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for for however, physical store still attracted customers because people want to try or see product in person, especially for clothes or expensive items.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they buy something expensive, right? So they want to try product before
Especially
buying
for
something
expensive
expensive.
items.
Okay, indeed, indeed. Fair enough. Okay, now, Daisy, what are advantages and disadvantages of shopping online?
I think the main advantage of shopping online is the convenient. Um, because you can buy everything anytime and anywhere
Mm-hmm.
without going to store.
Mm-hmm.
Um, however, however, the disadvantage
Well, we can just say
includes
on the other hand,
on
on
the
the
other
other
hand,
hand,
yes.
mhm,
On the other hand, the disadvantage um, includes the delay delivery or
mhm.
even scam. Um, and you can see, you can see, you,
You can see what?
mặt hàng là gì ở Shopee? Tự nhiên không nghĩ ra cái từ đấy.
Product or commodity.
Commodity. You can see a
Commodity or
commodity,
product or good.
Commodity?
commodity product.
Project.
Product details, product description,
Ở đây
right?
ngoài tiếng Anh thấy cũng nghĩ
Mặt hàng.
product.
Goods. Hàng hóa.
Commodity, detail. Just product description, detailed product description, probably, right? You can see the product itself. You can't really get what you mean. I'm sorry. I know the word commodity, but I can't think of any way it can be used in this context. If you
I
understand.
can speak um it it not the same you can see pictures
Mhm.
but I
Okay, so pictures. Oh, all right. Now I understand. Oh, I will help you. So pictures do not always correspond the real product. Correspond.
correspond.
Correspond. Correspond.
Yes,
They don't always correspond the real product. So it's not, they're not accurate, basically. Pictures are not always accurate, right?
accurate. Yes,
Accurate. They are not
Okay.
always accurate. So they don't always correspond the reality. Okay, great. And all right, Ms. Lian, let's talk to you about arguing. Let's talk to you about arguing. Can you hear me? You can open your mic. Why do friends... Okay, no, let me paraphrase it. Why do friends often have arguments with each other? Why do friends have arguments with each other? I can't hear you.
Luyến bật mic em lên.
In my opinion, In my opinion, arguments happens
Not
between
arguments,
friends.
arguments. The first syllable. Arguments. Arguments.
Arguments,
Mhm.
arguments, arguments happen between friends because they have different opinion or perspective
Mhm.
or maybe expectations. Sometimes misunderstandings or poor communication can also lead to conflict to each other. When people spend a lot of time together, small issues can easily turn into arguments if they are
Argument.
not discussed.
Arguments.
Arguments if they are not discussed properly.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. And what did you last argue about with anyone? What did you last argue about?
Mm, I I I argue with my husband
About
about parenting.
parenting. Okay, about parent
Yeah.
styles. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing. Now, Sophie,
Yeah.
hmm, do
Argument.
you often have arguments with your friends, Sophie? Do you often have arguments with your friends?
Um, well, in the past, yes, I used to have that argument with them
Mhm.
uh, because at that time I um, um, I cannot control my emotion well, uh, and um, have when I have different ideas, I easily to solve it, to
Mhm.
solve it, not easily to make the conflict, um,
Complain?
conflict,
Mm.
conflict,
Conflict, get into conflict, easily got into conflict.
got to conflict easily.
Hmm.
But now I learn how to um, be calmer and
How to be
I
what?
handle my
How to handle.
uh, how to handle my emotion
Hmm.
and I can control it better. So
Control them. Emotions are plural, right? So control
yeah, I can
them.
control them better.
Hmm.
Um, which help me to be more patient when talking with some others.
With other people. Wonderful. A great fluent answer. See, visibly not learned by heart, but improvised. Great. Thank you. Daisy. Daisy, do
Yes.
you think it is important to solve arguments quickly? Do you think it is important to solve arguments quickly?
Yes, I think it's important to solve argument
Arguments,
as
not argument. Again, the same mistake as everyone made. Not argument, not argument, but arguments, arguments, arguments.
argument.
Say it again.
Argument.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, I think it's important to solve argument as soon as possible.
Okay.
Um, because they can't damage relationship. Um, however, uh, people should calm down and mm, they can communicate more clearly and
Hmm.
avoid making the situation worse.
How about you and your life? Do you usually solve arguments quickly? Do you usually solve arguments quickly?
I frequently
Mhm.
frequently come down and I go out and I frequently go to the lake near my house, and I come down and
Mhm.
get
Okay, so you find it easy to calm down, right?
yes.
Okay, great. Thanks. Fair enough. All right. Now, Ms. Luyen, are arguments sometimes helpful in friendships?
Mm, I think is can have it can be helpful in some way if they are handled in a positive aspect.
Mhm.
They allow people to express their true feelings and understand each other better after
Mhm.
argument. Um, after resolving an argument, friendships can actually become stronger because both sides learn how to respect each other's opinions.
Mhm.
That's all.
Okay, great. Now, before we... No, let me ask Sophie the same questions. Do you think arguments can help friendships?
Well, I think argument can can have the friend can be helpful if we can handle it and be more when we can handle it and don't make it to become um, can handle it and uh, show it in the positive way. But however, when the, um, when we get too stressed, for example,
Mhm.
um, and people act too emotional, maybe it make the argument become maybe it can damage their relationship.
Mhm. Okay, well done. Thank you. Now, um, we've got like 10 minutes left, and I'd like to do the following task now together. So we're going to listen to answers of two IELTS candidates, and I want you to, well, basically give me your feedback on their answers. Do you think they are good, bad, and why do you think they're good or bad? Okay?
It was my parents' apartment. My apartment hometown.
A house, talk about where you live. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
So with this one we've done already. We're not going to repeat it, but the second one.
About the area where you live.
Now,
What do you like about the area where you live?
What do you like about the area where you live? I asked you a similar question today, right? Once, probably Daisy, you, about your hometown, about the most interesting part of it, right? It's a very similar question. Now let's listen to the answer.
I used to live in Guangzhou, the capital city of Guangdong province in southeastern China. Once an important stop-off point on the maritime Silk Road, Guangzhou maintains to this day its importance as a major port and transportation hub.
Ms. Luyan, first of all for you, How do you think? Is it a good answer?
I think in this title there are so many repetition of Guangzhou, Guangdong.
But this is the name. You can repeat
Repetition.
the name many times. Other words, no, but names can be repeated again.
I think they can use paraphrase.
Of Guangzhou. No, if you just say Hanoi, 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 it's okay. You don't really have to paraphrase the name very often, but it's a good note. No, actually, the biggest problem is different. This is a bad answer. It would probably give 3, 2 in the IELTS test, that it would be left unassessed for one reason. Sophie, why do you think this answer wouldn't be even assessed by the examiner?
I think it's like he learned by heart.
Yes, it's a memorized answer, exactly. So the answer has been memorized. And, well, most of the time, Ms. Luyan, when students memorize or read answers, it's like extremely clear. Right. So, I know that you all prepared very well and you studied the questions I asked you before, but I can see when you basically read them or when you say them by heart, right? These answers in the ebook are there for you to learn some vocabulary and to use this vocabulary in your own sentence. But when you say these sentences just by heart or you read them off, it's really easy to notice. And if you do this in the test, your examiner will notice it immediately. And since you pay like a lot of money for the test, they don't really disqualify you, but they give you a very low score because they refuse to assess. They have the right, the examiner has a right not to assess parts of your answer if they suspect, if they think, if they assume that the part of your answer is learned, memorized, right? So be very careful. Make sure that your answers are not memorized. You can memorize words, phrases, but not entire answers, right? Because, well, otherwise it's easy to notice and, well, the score won't be as high as you expect. Now, the next question.
Do you often visit parks in your city?
Listen carefully.
Actually, I have gone to my local park last week. I've really enjoyed it. I have a friend. He never been to my town, so yesterday we have decided to go together next week. We will go on next Tuesday, I think. As soon as we will finish class, we will go.
Okay, so what's the problem with this answer? I know it's difficult to understand it just while listening, so you can read the transcript of this third candidate's answer. Actually, I have gone to my local park last week. I've really enjoyed it. I have a friend, he never been to my town, so yesterday we have decided to go together next week. We will go on next Tuesday, I think. As soon as we've finished the class, we will go. Daisy, what do you think is the major problem of this answer?
I think she's answered or she answers or not. Của câu này thì hiểu thật sự.
Simple sentence.
Sophie?
Like too many simple sentences.
Okay, Ms. Luyan.
Not complex.
Okay. Not complex enough. Ms. Luyan, how do you think?
I think it's like a linking word or it's not connected together. They can change the word by Mm.
Mhm.
The
Interesting ideas, everyone, but these what you said are not the biggest problem of this answer. Grammar. Every sentence has a lot of grammar mistakes. Check it out. For example, the first one, I have gone to my local park last week. If you say last week, yesterday, last year, you can't use present perfect, right?
Mhm.
No have. I went, right?
one.
I went to my local park last week. I've really enjoyed it. Why? No need for have, right? No present perfect. I really enjoyed it. I have a friend, he never been to my town. The wrong use of present perfect. He has never been. He's never been to my hometown. So yesterday, again, we have yesterday. This is the indicator of past simple. We can't use present perfect. Yesterday, we decided to go there, to go together, to go there together, right? We will go on next Tuesday. We will go next Tuesday. Please remember, if you have next, last, this, that, plus a period of time, no prepositions. Next Monday, next Tuesday. Next year, last year, not in the next year or in the last year. No, just next and last. As soon as we will finish, again, no future in the first part. As soon as we finish the class, we will go. So lots of grammar mistakes in each sentence is the biggest
Tracks.
of this. Now, let's see if you can see grammar mistakes and correct yourself. Number one, Daisy. Correct the mistake, please. Find the mistake and correct it.
Sentence one.
Sentence one, yes.
I went to school yesterday.
Good job, Sophie. Sentence two.
My parents like dancing.
Wonderful, Miss Leanne.
I have 2 dictionaries.
Daisy.
Just an independent worker.
Is an independent worker. Okay. Sophie.
Today, where did you go?
Yesterday, right? Where did you go yesterday? Okay. Thank you, Miss Leanne.
I talk to her every day.
Daisy.
Your car is outside.
Perfect. And Sophie, the last one.
Ôi bật loa lên.
Sophie.
We have to help ourselves.
Okay, maybe we have to help ourselves or we have to help them, depending on the context and what they want to say. Right. Okay, so be careful. You need to be able to correct yourself and when you make the same mistakes. Thank you so much for your attention today. I do hope that you enjoyed our class and that this was helpful for you, especially with frequency. Please don't leave. I'm going to send the slide with frequency adverbs of frequency synonyms on in the chat so that everyone could save it. You can right click in the top right corner to the download sign to download the picture. Okay?
Yeah.
So thanks a lot for your time and your effort. Good night and see you soon again. Goodbye.
Yes. Bye-bye. Thank you, teacher.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Việt Nam